Today is my first day joining the efforts of the divers. I've dreamed of this day my entire life. There's so much about this world we don't understand. It's a diver's mission to explore the depths and report our findings to the Citadel. I know it's a dangerous job, but there aren't many willing to do it, and well, someone has to, right? I met with the recruiter Akira, and man, he is just so cool. I know I'm new, but I hope to be just like him one day. He gave me my first task, which was to clear out some of the gigamed around the castle. I told him I was tough enough to handle a bigger job, but he insisted I was too young and too inexperienced. I began patrolling the perimeter around the castle, killing every gigamed I saw. My sword cut right through their gelatinous membrane with ease. I wish Akira would just put me on a bigger mission. I know that I could be of use to the divers. After I finished clearing the gigamed, I returned to the castle to get a good night's rest. Akira said he has a new task for me tomorrow. Hopefully it's something important this time. My first time sleeping in Castle Light. I had always heard about this place in stories, but I never thought I'd actually get to see it. It truly is a sight to behold. As I lie in bed, I thought about my future. I thought about all of the great things I'd hoped to accomplish after graduating my training. I know if I work really hard, I'll become a black diver one day. Wouldn't that be something? The next morning, I went to meet with Akira. He tasked me with going to explore an abandoned church nearby. He's sending one of the black divers with me. I told him I could handle this on my own, but he insisted on an escort. Apparently, this church used to be home to a cult of depths worshippers, but if it's abandoned, I don't see why I need an escort. We packed up some supplies and set out on our mission. The black diver leading the expedition didn't speak much. He always maintained a very serious demeanor. I guess this is how you act after spending such a long time down here. The mission is simple. Explore the church, find any clues leading to the cult of depths worshippers, and return to Castle Light. After a few hours, we arrived at our destination. It was a large broken down church with a boarded up entrance. The black diver told me to climb the church and enter through a broken window. He said he would stand guard outside and to let him know if I found anything of interest.
Make sure you stay nearby. You don't want to wander off on your own in a place like this.
I spent an hour searching the building for any kind of clues. Everything seemed to have been removed when the church was abandoned. Why would there even be a cult of people who worship this place? Do they want the Luminates to fall into the depths? What is there to gain? I finally decided to leave the church and let the black diver know that this place was empty. I went back to the front of the building, but he was no longer there. I searched the perimeter but found no trace of my expedition escort. I hope he's alright. I decided to wait where I last saw him, in case he came back. Hours went by and there was no sign of the black diver returning. I had no other choice but to attempt to get back to Castle Light on my own and let Akira know that the black diver had went missing. It felt like I had been walking for days with no end in sight. None of the scenery I passed looked familiar. I could barely navigate through the murky waters, let alone find my way back to Castle Light. As my legs grew tired, I knew I had to find a place to camp for the night. The depths is home to many horrifying creatures, so I should make sure I find somewhere hidden. I found a spot that seemed safe enough and laid down to sleep until the morning. As I laid there, I began to shiver. This was strange because I didn't feel cold at all. In fact, since arriving at the depths, I had never noticed any specific climate. Maybe I'm just a little spooked out. It's probably best to just try and fall asleep.
What a delicious little morsel you are. What brings you here? Adventure? Glory? Well, I hope you find what you're searching for. I simply cannot wait to succumb to insanity. I'll be waiting.
Hello? Where am I? Who's there? Can anyone help me? Please. I'm lost. I woke the next morning. I feel like I've slept in a bed of ants. I was scratching last night while I slept, and it seems small sores have started to rupture above my skin. I really hope I can find my way back soon.
The more you itch your festering wound, the better it will feel.
I don't know how much more of this walk I can take. I feel like I'm losing my grip with reality. Where was I going again? I think Mom wanted me to fetch some supplies from the market. Yeah, that's where I'm going. To the market.
This one's sanity must have already crumbled.
All of this pesky skin helps nothing. I should remove it all. Piece by piece. Maybe it just needs a good wash. I'm dirty, filthy, and putrid after all. I deserve this. I deserve death. Hello, Mother. I'm having trouble falling asleep again. Would you sing me into a slumber?
Of course. Anything for my sweet child.
Rock-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle in love. Akira, Castle Light, Mother, the depths, Mission, Missile.
Oh, look. Castle Light. Let's go say hi to Akira. Let's go tell him